stage.
Can you hear me? Yes. God is good.
All the time.
All the time.
God is good.
The compeers, the president of the Yimkyung. How do I pronounce this? It's so difficult. So many R. Yimkyung Akir Arihago. Is that correct?
Yes.
His esteemed colleagues, my friend and honorable MLA and advisor, Youth Resources and Sports, Mr. Kishio, my elder brother, our former Parliamentary Secretary, Mr. Tohanba, my friend, Mr. Kikon Chim, officials from the district administrations, my colleagues from the NBF Central Office, dear student friends, the president of the Yimkyung Tribal Council and his colleagues, citizens of Shamator town, even if I missed any one of you, rest assured, you all have my highest respect. At the very outset, I thank God the Almighty for giving us such a wonderful day to be a part of this conference. And I have stated this while we were unveiling the monolith just in front of the YAA office this morning, that this conference, we all are lucky enough to be a part of this, because this is also the Diamond Jubilee of the YAA. In the history, you all are a student, you will know better. 68th anniversary is also a Diamond Jubilee. So we all are fortunate to be a part of this Jubilee, and we have erected a monolith already. Friends, I've heard my friend Mr. Trungso, the president of the Yimkyung Tribal Council, he has taken a lot of my time. I have to go back to Kohima, so therefore I must thank him, but you must blame him for not enabling to express my views enough, okay? Because I will be very brief in my presentation. You all are a very well-educated, learned people gathered here, and it's a privilege for me to be a part of addressing this conference. When I was asked by my friend Mr. Kikongchem, we were colleagues in the NSF days, I had a sleepless night. I told him I have to think over because I have lots of programs coming up right after the New Year. And therefore, I may not be able to come and be a part of this program. But after 20 plus years, he has requested me to be a part of this program. So I had a restless night that if I don't say yes, I will regret throughout my life. As an old friend and all colleagues, if I don't oblige to his request, it will be wrong on my part. And therefore, I have agreed to be a part of you in this very magnificent program, which fortunately, as I said, I'm repeating again, at the risk of repeating, coinciding 60 years anniversary, which is a Diamond Jubilee. Any Jubilee is important and is a blessing for all of us. You have chosen the theme, preaching. What is the theme? The theme, preaching traditions and innovations. The practical part of it has been already just now exhibited, demonstrated by the Western Yimkyung Students Union, which is a practical part of preaching traditions and innovations. We cannot part ways with our traditions. But at the same time, with the changing times, with the changing generations, with the advancement of civilizations, we also have to cope up our traditions with innovative skill. And the classic example that we have seen, I was so enthralled and so excited, beautiful men and women coming up with new designs from traditions, from the old traditions, modifying to a new innovative ideas. That is a practical lesson that we have got it. Now, from the theoretical perspective, how are we going as Yimkyung Students Union? The Yimkyung Innovation, Preaching Tradition Innovation, the Yimkyung Students Journey. How far we have come. We have traveled 60 years now. During the span of 60 years, how many doctorates that we have produced? How many master students that we have produced? How many graduates that we have produced? How many pre-university pass students we have produced? How many matriculates in every village that we have produced? And most of all, how many officers that we have produced? We all must very seriously ponder, retrospect the past 60 years of our journey as Yimkyung, as a community, as students. We have to adapt to a changing times. And what will make you confident? What will make you presentable in the eyes of the world? What will make you acceptable in the civilized society is nothing but education. If you are an educated man and woman, you are already a confident man. And if you are confident, you can face the world. Not necessarily becoming a government servant, but if you are well educated, you can be used in your church, in your schools, in your village, in your community, and at the Naga level, and at the national, international level. But what comes first? First thing first is whether you are well educated or not. That will determine, that will measure your acceptability in the society. Today, I have been propagating this, that Nagas, none of us are advanced, none of us are forward. We all are equal. We have traveled together to settle in this part of the Naga homeland. Some of us were left behind in the Indian part of Naga homeland. Major chunk of our Naga areas is again left in the Burma side of the Naga areas, where our people are sharp, our people are divided without our consent, without asking us. And there was also a proposal to divide us further by erecting a border fencing, which we have been against to that idea. You have seen our own community, Yimkyung community, many of the villages I've been asking about 40 plus villages are beyond the so-called international boundary. We cannot forget them. We should take along with us. Let me come back to what I was driving at, that none of us are forward, none of us are backward. We all are equal, we have traveled together, and we must progress together as equal partners. But what is driving you back? As our friends from the ENBU areas, particularly the Yimkyung community, you have chosen yourself to be a backward. You wanted to continue to use the tag, label yourself as backward. Which I, for one, if you ask me, then I will say no. You are equally competent. You are equally capable. Many of you, or let us say all of you, are much more better competent, better qualified, better intellect than me. But it is you that you have chosen yourself that you are below me. You are behind me. It is your own choice. Which I want you to come out from that mentality. You are equally capable. And therefore, dear student friends, the community here, I would like to urge upon all of you that we must think beyond our own village, our own community, so that we get along with the rest of the world, with the rest of the civilized community. Yimkyung are as Somebody has stated, no lesser than any other community. What will drive you is your confidence level. And that confidence level, as I said, is education. Today's the students, let me warn you, caution you, that because of the advancement of technology, yes, it has also positively contributed in the advancement of our society, especially mobile users. None of you have become a ferocious reader. You will only flip through one page of your book and you think that you know all. That also you will only flip through the mobile. That mobile information will give you only half-cooked, a very less information of what you want and what you ought to know. And you will claim yourself that you know something. This is where Naga society will lag behind other communities. Yim King community will be behind others. If you continue to rely your studies, your knowledge on your mobile, you have to become an avid reader, a ferocious reader. Then only you can compete with the rest of the world. This is what I would like to urge upon in this 68th year, our Diamond Jubilee celebration. You have to change that mentality. We have to change that mentality. Change is universal, okay? It is nothing new for our community alone. It is universal. Unless we change our character, our manner, how can you go and dine with others? There's a dining table, you have to go and dine with the rest of the friends. You cannot eat like at home, picking up this much and putting inside your mouth, you're taking out something from your plate. No. You have to change the moment you enter the dining hall when you're about to have food. I'm just giving you a simple example. So change is universal, something like that. You cannot say that you cannot be yes, Nagas are by nature, we are very proud people. So we cannot say that I am a Yimkyu, I am from Hukkyur village, I am from Ayamongor village, I am from Shamator town. Who can tell me what? Huh? You cannot keep behaving like that. We have to adapt to changes. Then only our leadership, our presence, our personality, our presence will be acceptable by the rest of the communities, and we will be much above others the moment we carry on with such kind of mentality. For the students, I don't want to harbor much on what you have to do. You know all. It's just that you don't concentrate to what you ought to do. I'll tell you one story about motivation. There were two sons. You all know. I'll just remind you. I'll not tell you, I'll remind you. The father was a drunkard. He passed away because of drinking too much. So there were two sons left behind. One of them became a successful businessman, a well-to-do in the family, and a father in the family. He got motivated from his father. You tell me, you ask me, how comes? If his father is a drunkard, how can his son become a successful businessman, a respectable father? How comes? How you are drawing your motivation? The other one became a drunkard like his father because he also got motivation from his father. The other son got motivated positively. The other son got motivated negatively, isn't it? Life is like that. Both of them drawn their strength, inspiration, motivation from their own father, but the other one took it positively. My father is a drunkard, behave like this, so proud, behaving like I cannot be like him. I have to change my ways. I have to adopt a positive means of livelihood, positive means of manner, polite, whatever, so many things to express. The other one chosen that my father also be, I will also be like that. Let me come back to your daily uses. usage which you have been, all of you will have, not even one. Students, many of you will have 2 mobiles in your pocket, I know. Not even one. So daily, every second, even if I'm speaking, some of you will be fitly mobile. This is the problem with our society. We misuse it, we abuse it. I'm not telling you not to use it, but we are misusing it, we are abusing it. This is where we are going wrong. So, in your choice of videos, in your choice of various messages, how you are getting motivated. Either you are getting it motivated positively through the messages that you are getting through the mobile, or negatively. The choice is yours, and you are capable of taking that decision. And therefore, these are few challenges that I would like to put across to our friends, to our Yimkyung community. Now, the world is changing. The world is changing. You see how the world is changing. Let me come back to the Yimkyung community now. You have given, you have contributed to the Naga community. How you have contributed to the Naga community? You have contributed in terms of showing us how to unite, how to reconcile after a long war, after a long mistrust between Tikirs and Yimkyung. My friend Trungso has explained a little bit. I also understand Yimkyung a little bit. No, makshe. Lang 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 lo. Lang lang. Makshe, makshe. I understood what he said. I couldn't make out. So, let me come back to what I was trying to tell you. That you have already shown the way how to reconcile, how a long drawn misunderstanding can be reconciled. And that is one amongst many desiring for reconciliation among the various Naga families, the tribals, the various Naga national freedom fighters, so on and so forth, social organizations. And you have shown the way by way of reconciling, coming to a united and understanding between these two communities. I remember when I was president of NSF, sometime in 2003-05, I came here as shamator. I had a discussion with both Yimkyung and Tikir, because that was how many years back? Imagine, 2003, 2003-04 somewhere. 25-6 years back I came. So this is my second visit. I'm coming back after so many years, so I'm so happy. Of course, the road is so bad, I'll go back to the government and report it. I have traveled Chisel Road. What is that called? A solar road. No? The president was saying, solar road, I like it. Because we can only use a road during sunshine, it seems. So it's a solar road. On my way, while traveling to Shamator, I was talking to the department concerned that we must immediately address this. So that's how you have very, very positively contributed. It was one of my dreams that these two communities must come together and you must coexist together. That was, from my student days, I was having that dream. And you could make it. But I could see that from what the president was telling us, as I said, he was talking in Yimkyung, thinking that it's an internal issue that not hiding from us. No, but I would understand. La 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 la. I've understood. So, I'm a very frank and a very outspoken man. Some of you have expressed. Okay, don't take it to your heart. Whatever I said, I know it has to be said, and therefore I keep saying. You have reconciled openly. You have united openly. But there is still Cold War going on. This is what I could observe. There was also some statement given by our Tikir community 40th conference, as well as the upcoming, what is that our festival coming up? Tsingam, your festival coming up? No? I also would like to urge a bill to our Tikir community. I think both of you have exhibited your maturity, your leadership in conveying to the rest of the Nagas that we can reconcile even after so many years of war. You have shown the way. Let us not indulge in the Cold War. You have experienced when Hitler, at the Second World War, the history students, many of you will know, Hitler was at his peak, trying to exterminate the Jews, isn't it? Even sending them to the gas chamber, no? So the history is, I have no time because Trungso has taken a lot of my time, so I cannot speak for long. So I'll not go back into detailed history, but you all know better. He tried his best to exterminate from the face of this earth, Mr. Hitler. But he could not finish them. You cannot finish people, community by waging war. Not possible. We have learned from history. Instead, the Jews are what the Jews, the Israelites, isn't it? The communities, they've emerged stronger. If you see the recent, what is happening in the Middle East, almost dominating, isn't it? You cannot finish one another. So also in the Naga context, we have fought. We have every right to live as independent people, independent nation. And our forefathers have represented even before India became independent. You see the record of 1929, where our leaders, elders have submitted to the Simon Commission when they visited Naga areas, saying that we cannot be trust bound to a people, a community who has not conquered us. We will be looked down one by because of eating beef, because we feel like eating beef. No, the other community will look down on us because of eating pork. And Nagas, though, without pork there is no conference. No, pork comes first. But this has a lot of political deep meaning. Our elders have conveyed to the British Simon Commission before India became an independent. And therefore I keep arguing that we have every right, wherever we go, to speak for the Naga rights. Because our history foundation was clear even before India became independent. No, we are not claiming a history, creating a history after India becoming independent. No, our history was clear even prior to become India or Pakistan, Burma became independent. But we also cannot keep waging war with Indian army. So what we are doing now is we must come to a dialogue. We must resolve this issue through negotiations. This is how Nagas have been endeavoring. So also I am contextualizing the Yimkyung and the Tikir community. So Hitler tried his best, but he could not finish them. Because no leader, no nation on earth can finish another nation. Not possible through physical force. It has to be through political dialogue, things has to be. Only through negotiation, we must resolve those conflicts, all conflicts. And after that, what happened? The Second World War came to an end. But two forces came into being. That is called bipolar war. One headed by the United States, another one headed by the USSR, those Soviet, Russia. So two bipolar war created, bipolar war. There was a Cold War in between, trying to support each other enemies, no? But that Cold War did not yield any positive result. Rather, it has only brought about miseries, it has only prolonged mistrust, it has only prolonged misunderstanding, as well as it has incurred a lot of, even economically speaking, lost only for these nations. So if you keep on harboring enmity and continue with your Cold War, none of you are going to gain. In fact, all your blessings will go away. All of us are Christians now. Once forgiven, as it is being taught in the Bible. Why should you harbor ill feelings against each other? As brothers, you have already decided to forgive each other. And therefore, I would like to appeal, taking this platform on behalf of myself and also on behalf of my party, NBF, and on behalf of the government of Nagaland, since we are running the government, that both the community must, as you have already shown us how to forgive one another, be sincere in your commitment, in your approach, so that Naga people will learn from your sincerity and from your commitment. Shamator, I was interacting with the district administration yesterday. I also had the Committee on Environment and Climate Change in the Nagaland Legislative Assembly. I am the chairman of that committee. So I had a long discussion reaching Shamator town, that this is a growing town, it's a new city, new capital, new town, and therefore we must ensure that we must keep enough space for the road. All the colonies should have enough space for the vehicle passage, and also a good park should be available, and also the sanitation. I was determined to go and see where do you throw even the dustbin, but I could not even, the time that it was a little late, too far from the township, we could not go. Why I'm saying this? Because the climate change, environment, these are topics foreign to us. Europe topic, American topic, but it has already reached at our doorstep. It has already reached Shamator. Shamator should be cooler than this one in other years. We are just at the periphery nearby Saramati. Ice should be falling down, but you can't see. This is the immediate impact we are feeling on the climate change. And you have a new township capital coming up, the Shamator, as capital of this district. We must ensure that make a model township, model headquarters, where other district new headquarters, the old ones, they have a lot of regret. No roads to go even to one colony to one ward. But you are at the nascent stage, at the beginning of the town. So therefore, the citizens must cooperate. Every citizen must cooperate to ensure that we build a model township for all of us to emulate from you. And segregation of biodegradable and non-biodegradable, that is important to preserve, promote, and strengthen our environment and also our climate. So this is also one thing which I would like to urge upon as I come here to speak to you. One concern which our elders have been telling me, especially my friend Rakimung and Kogay Tohamba were reminding me again and again that many of our Yimkyung boys and girls get married at a very early age, which I'm going to ban today. No more. It's a serious concern for the community. And therefore, this is one thing which the young student must address. There is a time to get married. I got married only after 30 plus. There is a time, a year for that. We are not telling you don't get married, you must get married, you must fall in love. That is a part of the human life, it's okay. But as far as settling down is concerned, there is a certain age. I think our parents are also worried on this because community is going to be affected on this. Our Yimkyung community with your color food habit, no? If you see our man and woman, very hugely built, very handsome. Women are beautiful, men are quite handsome, like that, hugely built. But on the humorous side, I was putting it, but if you get married before the age of getting married, then the children that you will be producing will be not like that of what our generation is having now. This is one concern. And life longevity, I'm not a doctorate on this, but a little bit that I know, that the expectancy of the Yimkyung community in most of the villages, I think at the moment will be somewhere 80, 90, you will find still. But if you are getting married at a very early age, by 60, 70, you will be too old or you will be no more on this earth. So these are the future consequences that you will be facing. So this is one concern. I don't want to go into too detail into it. Only some doctorate can elaborate further, but a politician cannot elaborate more in detail. In a very rough way, I wanted to tell you this aspect. Lastly, as I said, Yimkyung are not backward. You are advanced. You must think that you are advanced, and you must come out from that mentality. The recent song, which has ignited all our Christmas spirit, na Posti Chabole Time Hoishe. What is that? That song, I'm told it is composed by Solem Yimkyung. A very popular song that has ignited the spirit of Christmas for the last year's Christmas. See, such are the hidden talent that you have. It's just that you don't take out. It's just that you don't come out. You only think of Shamator town, Kusum town, you think of your small villages. Who thought that he will be such a popular man, Mr. Solem Yimkyung? Such a talent, all of you has such kind of talent. You must harness it, you must take out yourself. Nobody will come and force you to perform it, to do it. It's already embedded in you. You have to take it out, use it for the good of all of us, and make us proud. And who thought, Mr. Sulen, nobody will be saying that it is sung by a backward community. I've been singing a lot. It is not hit even my mind. See, there's a lot of message there, what I'm trying to tell you. I hope you have got what I'm trying to tell you. So, don't create such kind of inferiority complex by yourself on your own. You must come out from all these bondages, from all this thinking, from traditions to innovations, which the theme of this 68th Diamond Jubilee Conference, we have already announced it. So therefore, with this one story, I would like to end my speech. There was a king. There was a king who wanted to pass on a message to the next generation, because he was getting old. Once we get old, definitely we will die. Even if we don't get old, some of us, as already determined by our Creator, God Almighty, that is the only certain, surest thing in our existence is one day we will die. So the king was about to die, and he wanted to leave a message to the next generation, to the coming generation. And he asked all his advisors, the counselors, that you bring an anecdote, a message, a passage, to leave it to the next generation. Some of the advisors brought one book, thinking that the king will like it, writing such a long book. The king rejected. Another one brought 10 pages, another one brought 2 pages, another brought 1 page, another one brought 1 para, another one brought one stanza, like that. So many advisors brought like that. You all know this story. The king rejected all this. At last, one of them brought one sentence, and it is said, there is no free lunch. So the king accepted that one, that if there is anything that I would wish to leave it to the next generation, to the coming generation, I would choose this and tell them that there is no free lunch. The king has everything under his disposal. The soldiers guarding him day and night, 24/7. Eating all whatever he liked in a silver spoon, golden plate. Still then, the king said, there is no free lunch. Our people have become too lazy. I'm not saying Yimkyung students have become too lazy. You are still very smart. But our people have become too lazy. We are lazy to go to field. We are lazy to read books. And therefore, I only would like to wish and tell you that there is no free lunch. We must work hard. The people have gone to the moon. We cannot keep chakarana, keep fighting here in Shamator town. We have to aim for the highest and achieve it. We will achieve it if we aim for the highest. A very high goal. We will set a very high goal, and I'm definite that you have the capacity to achieve it. You can do it. I would like to end by thanking the Yimkyung Akihiko, and my friend Kikon, and all of you for inviting me to this conference. And I wish to come back again. It's a very beautiful town, definitely. But my coming back will be determined by your brotherly coexistence with our neighbors and brothers. So that one I would like the assurance from you. And I would like to thank again and again for giving us all beautiful presents to my friends, to my colleagues, and to me also. And I wish this conference grants success. A new team will come in, or you are continuing. So wishing the outgoing team, appreciating the outgoing team. They have done a great job for this dinner, and wishing all the best for the next coming dinner. And hopefully, hope that the new dinner will take the whatever agenda left undone by the outgoing team, and take the Naga people, Yimkyung people forward. Thank you all. Makshe Goknalim.